Why again was good? Hit that subscribe button he put on for your hood. Look, in today's video, we got an ex-cop is going to jail for being a pesto. Damn, that's dirty as hell. Get the video.
I have never seen a more despicable set of facts as I've seen in this case.
These were the remarks of the judge who presided over the case of Jalen Fleer, a San Diego County Sheriff's deputy. The 27-year-old looked clean as a whistle in his day-to-day routine, but a private investigation caught up to him, leading to an interrogation that led to a search, which then led to a reveal of over 20 felony charges. In this video, we'll take you through the interrogation that finally put this monster behind bars. Special thanks to 5-0 Patrol for sharing the original interrogation clip. Jalen Fleer was a San Diego County Sheriff's deputy who once starred for Santana High School in baseball and football.
Damn.
He is married and was expecting a baby at the time, but instead came the San Diego County Crime Stoppers who received tips regarding the sheriff's quote-unquote lewd behavior. Their 2-month-long investigation led to a lot of evidence that needed answers. This is how the interrogation went down.
The story with us, of course, in regards to the report that we're investigating.
Okay.
You're not under arrest and you are not being detained.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because the interrogator is acting upon tips from a non-profit organization, she has to set the disclaimer that this interrogation is voluntary and that he can leave whenever he wants to. He can even choose to not answer any important questions and can request a lawyer anytime he wants. But the interrogator has such a simple and open communication with Jalen that he looks at this interrogation like a conversation. Later on, he starts to open up about himself.
Football, baseball. Went to Grossmont College for a little bit, played baseball there. I got a job here. Worked at Dick's Sporting Goods before this, so this is my second job. Started working with this department for coming up on 5 years now.
So baseball seemed pretty important to you back in high
baseball's
school.
fun,
What position?
pitcher.
Picture.
How's your arm holding up?
I mean, soreness every once in a while, but I haven't thrown it for a while. So.
Yeah, no, it still kills me. I played softball.
Okay, nice.
So I was, third, short, center, and pitcher.
Here in San Diego?
Yeah, down Hilltop, Indian Valley. And have you always worked corrections?
Yeah, I attempted to go out to patrol, went to the academy. Things didn't work out there, so I came back here.
Did you have fun at the academy while you were
Oh
there?
yeah, I enjoy it. It's good. I mean, camaraderie and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
Sorry, shit.
Married? How many kids?
Oh yeah, married. Recently got married this last year in September.
Okay.
We have a kid due on the way in August.
Oh, okay. Boy, girl.
Boy.
Very nice.
That's your father.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Being
Were you
about.
like hoping for
Oh
a
no,
girl?
I said looking forward to
Oh,
it.
looking forward. I thought you said unfortunately. I'm
No,
like,
no, no. No, I'm excited.
Good. Okay, that's cool. And your wife, how long have you known her?
Actually, preschool.
Preschool?
Yeah, we met in preschool, went separate ways. Met her back in high school.
Wait,
Things like-
you met her at 3 years old? I said preschool. What the fuck does that mean? You met her at 3 years old? Damn.
Trying to date her, but she was playing it hard to get again.
Yeah.
Then college came around, tried again, and actually ran into her in PB about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we reconnected then and got married,
Sparked.
had a family, bought a house.
And I hear your schedule recently changed. How do you feel about the schedule
it's long.
change?
Yeah. 12 and a half in a row. Kills you. 7 off is nice, but it flies by, so.
Yeah, then the 7 drag
Yeah.
once you're here. So at least
So
you're on
he
your
goes a week, wait. Do it again. So he goes a week straight working, 12-hour shifts, then a week straight not working. That's light. That's light. You get a whole
day
week off.
to day, right?
This entire discussion is important because it will create a pattern of events that could lead to a
84-hour
bigger
check,
crime.
100-hour check, 12
First, she establishes the
Mad-
background,
That's mad money.
and now she moves on to the place where the crime happened, social media.
So, how about social media? Are you active on social media at all?
Facebook and Instagram. Had Snapchat back in the day, got rid of that with my wife. We got caught in the academy with her and some stuff, but.
Can you tell me about that, or?
I mean, it was with another recruit in the academy, but
Okay. So you're communicating with another recruit.
I was back in. I stopped. Everything got cut off. Got rid of. I mean, I didn't delete the Snapchat. I just got deleted the app. So
Okay.
I haven't used it for like I
So on Facebook, just because I like to jot down everybody's social media when I can, what's your Facebook login? Like your
I
username?
hate that fucking sound.
I think just under Jalen Fleer.
It's your name?
Yeah.
From these offices.
And then you said Instagram? Is that right?
Instagram, yeah.
Okay. What's your Instagram username?
I think
Okay. And then you said you got rid of Snapchat, but when you did have it, what was it?
just Jalen Fleer.
What's the Instagram? What's
Okay.
the Instagram?
So the one that you had there, and has that account since been deleted or just
That one,
deactivated?
that's just delete the app. I think it's still there.
Okay. And I know when it comes to Facebook, you connect it to an email address. Do you know what email address is connected to it?
Security.
And then your Instagram account, what same email?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And I know sometimes with Snapchat, they'll have you either sign up with a phone number or an email.
Comes to the
I
mail.
believe it's my phone number.
Eve Online on Mac immerses you in a universe with thousands of stars.
Okay. Very cool.
Shit, Jack.
So,
By knowing his social accounts, the interrogator is trying to piece Jalen's social accounts with the anonymous tips so that a connection can be verified. By now, Jalen is too open with his social accounts, and it took him this long to ask the obvious question.
I don't know, do you have any questions for me before we kind of...
And I will ask what this is about.
Yeah, so we're looking into some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of
Okay.
going from there. We did receive a picture that, you know, when we looked into it, it looks similar to you. So I don't know if you can take a look at the picture and just tell me if you've seen this picture before. Oh, I have like 15 million things here. Okay. So this picture right here.
Yeah, that's definitely me with the Grossman.
Okay, so this picture right here, how old were you when it was taken?
Shit, I don't know, 20?
20? Have you ever used this picture on any social media site?
I think it was Snapchat back in the day.
Oh, you're not supposed to say that. Not to beat these allegations that prove that it's you, to prove it's your social media. I'm not teaching y'all how to beat a PESTO case, but I'm teaching y'all how to beat a case if y'all was involved with a different type of situation. When they ask you for that picture, just say that's a picture. That was a picture on my friend's phone. He put it in his phone. I ain't got that picture. Boom. She's over.
Have you ever shared this picture with anybody on
Yes.
Snapchat?
Say yes.
Yeah, probably my wife, to be honest.
Damn it. Supposed to say, oh yeah, this lady asked for a picture of me, but I gave it to her. But it turns out that the lady was a man, and now he stole my picture. Boom. You beat the case.
I mean, obviously I talked to other girls back in the day too, but I can't remember. Right off
Okay.
the top of my head.
If you had to guesstimate how many
You know,
times
I
you
get
may
tops
have shared the
because-
photo, how many times?
That one,
Me
maybe just a couple
personally?
times, once or twice.
Okay, so definitely to your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've used that photo for your wife, and you were about 20 years old in the photo. You did share it on Snapchat, and then
so that's
maybe some
bad.
other girls you were talking to.
Someone's-
I mean, yeah, this was a
Hold on,
long
picture.
time ago, so I
On
don't
the
really
phone.
remember
That's
who it
not me.
was.
Okay. Have you ever posted it as like your profile photo or
Say yes.
That one,
ever
no.
posted on Instagram?
Say yes.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. Are your accounts, is your Instagram and your Facebook, are they private? To add somebody.
Yeah, I believe I had to, yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
just,
request a friend.
yeah, you can't just be anyone. So that one's at least a little bit better where it's like, you have to actively search for somebody, right? You in the photo, and is that a gross font? Is that gross font?
Yeah, it's
emblem?
gross font.
Okay, cool.
This picture here was the first piece of evidence. The interrogator
Good
wanted to
kid.
know how the quote-unquote anonymous tip could get a hold of a selfie like that. You can't download pictures of each other on Snapchat unless you actually send them. And it was never uploaded on Facebook and Instagram, so this means that he intentionally sent this picture to someone who is, according to the interrogator, a quote-unquote young female on Snapchat. Based on Jalen's facial expressions, you can tell that he's now realizing where this is going.
Your schedule. I know that you work every 7 days on and 7 days
Nasty
off. What is your
bitch.
wife's schedule?
She's every Friday, Saturday off. Day shift, so typical 9 to 5.
Okay, so she works 9 to 5 and you work like the complete opposite schedule.
Depends. Every 3 months we rotate days and nights.
Okay. And how long have you been on nights now?
Nights now, probably a little over a month now, a month and a half. Can I ask, is this something I should have lawyers on?
So right now, and I'll go over the behavior with you, we're investigating allegations.
Now he realizing he about to get his ass caught. You know me. They booked me up for some shit. Lawyer. Facing this. Lawyer, nigga. Who is here? I don't fucking know. I'm blind. I wear glasses. Lawyer. Fuck out of here, dog.
That were made that you were communicating with a younger female on Snapchat and potentially some material might have been shared.
Nobody.
Okay.
Some photos, some images, stuff like that. So we, of course, want to be able to hear what happened from your side, if that in fact did occur, or if it didn't occur, we want to obviously determine that.
The interrogator now learns his schedule, which will help her fit the pattern of the investigation. He once again jumps in to ask if this is something that he should have his lawyers on. Once again, the interrogator's response puts him at ease that he's not being treated as a criminal and they're only investigating allegations. The first time she mentioned texting the quote-unquote young female on Snapchat, he didn't respond much. But this time, he gave an answer that led to the revelation of his Tinder profile.
And from your side, if that in fact did occur, or if it didn't occur, we want to obviously
Everyone that I
determine
talked
that.
to, it was about my age, I remember.
Okay. So who have you talked to?
My wife. This was back then when I had Tinder.
He describes that the only use of Tinder was when he met an ex-girlfriend. They dated for 3 years, and then he got married to his wife, who he had known since preschool. Now, in case you're wondering why we haven't displayed the second picture, it's because it's a nude picture. He recalls that the only person who had access to this picture was his ex's Tinder account and his current wife. His wife is loyal enough to not leak it, and even though he had a bad breakup, his ex would not leak that picture. You can tell he's denying to share the real source of this picture because deep down he's well aware of who he sent it to.
Mm-hmm.
So, I met girls on Tinder and stuff back in the day.
In the words of Vaki the Stepper, you nasty bitch.
And yes, I'm saying stuff. I
video.
don't know who would save a picture like that. A nude, maybe, yeah, who would save.
What are my friends, chat?
And there's nothing wrong with this photo, right? It's just
No,
you.
I agree. I don't know how it would get in the hands of a younger person.
Okay. There were also some conversations that were exchanged between.
He's actually teaching me how to beat a case if I ever get indicted. I'm gonna take that out of the video. But things that ever pick me up, do not lick your lips. Don't scratch your ears. Don't scratch them. Sit like this. Pins in your pockets like this. Don't even rub your eye, because how say this? My team they said circling movement of your hands means that you're nervous in any situation. Think about it. If you go on the big stage and you go like circle move with the hand, scratch your eyes, circle move with the hand, scratch your head, your neck, your ears, touching your ears, circling your hands. That's nervousness. Think about it, chat. Don't lick your lips either. And never look to your right. If you think about something, look to your bottom left. Don't ever look like this or like this or like this. Look like this. Because if you ever if a law can pick you up and question you, always, like if you're gonna do a deep thought, look to your bottom left. That means that's the truth. Don't ever do right here like this. That's truth right there. That's what the psychiatrist is saying, chat. So
Not on Snapchat?
No.
Not recently?
Not recently, no.
He not only continues to deny sending this picture, but also sending this picture to a younger person, quote-unquote, recently. The word recently implies that he may have sent it to someone a long while back who he's not trying to disclose.
Nasty.
Now, you said all of your social media accounts are private, right?
Yeah.
And I know you're a law enforcement officer, so I know that you've also taken the time to make your plates confidential.
I mean, back in the day, I don't think my current ones are, though.
I mean, obviously, you ran your plates. So you're still driving the Ford Fusion?
Yeah,
And is it black or gray?
it's great.
Okay. And you got tinted windows on it still?
Yeah.
And so,
Or Dodges.
you know, when it comes to the photo, I really want to understand why this person would be in possession of the photo. But the only one who could really help me with that is you.
Yeah. No, I couldn't tell you that. I don't know.
I'm bored.
Well, along with the photo came some additional information about your personal life.
Okay.
And based on some of the information you shared with me today, it seems to add up.
Okay.
So is there any reason why the person would say they're you and share your information?
It sounds like it'd be someone that knows me then, obviously. I don't know who. I don't have any enemies that would be doing something like that. Can I ask what information was shared? What they know?
Nasty.
We know that you're a baseball player.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people know that.
Yeah. So that information was kind of
Yeah,
shared.
you're famous. You're famous
Your work
high school
schedule.
player.
It's been 5 years that I've worked here.
Specifically the transition to.
It's been 5 years that I've worked here.
So he was from 12 o'clock. Wait. What does that even mean? What does that even mean, chat? If you know what it means, comment below.
Specifically the transition to 7 days on, 7 days off.
Really.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything related to your work. Your
I haven't shared anything like that recently. I couldn't tell you who that would be.
So let's take it back a little bit.
The reason why the interrogator used the word recently is because the sender knew his current work schedule, something that was enforced just a few months before this interrogation.
Yeah.
Now the information's not adding up, and it's clearly implicating Jalen. Now we have a username, J178211. 17 is the college jersey number, 82 was the high school jersey number, and 2011 was the graduation year. Now he claims to have quote-unquote never heard of this account, but it suggests that this account sent the nude pictures. Things are not looking good for him.
Shared any images
Chat, man.
of your
I'm
penis
saying.
with anyone?
I'm shocked right now. I can't even speak.
And how many times would you say you've done?
Like, I'm trying to watch the video. My brain, it passes in how the fuck is this going on? Just don't. It don't add up, chat.
Can you
Just can't think right now, bro.
kind of explain that a little bit more to me?
I mean,
Shocking.
my wife, my ex-girlfriend, back in the day, Tinder and stuff, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know how Tinder is.
Yeah, Tinder, you can no hoes.
High school,
If you want Tinder, you
even, yeah,
get
junior high.
no
Yeah.
play. No cheeky
Did you
cheek.
ever share any videos of you having sex with anyone?
With anyone? No, I've always had personal videos of me and my wife. That was it. And my ex actually had one, but
What does your ex look like?
it's blonde.
She's blonde.
Blonde. That's it.
So you've never shared any videos,
No, I have not, no.
just still shots.
Boy, you caught. You done up, my boy.
So, when
Yeah,
it
my
comes
boy's
to
over.
the Crime Stopper that we're investigating and the Snapchat account, and of course your phone number and everything in connection with it, and some of the combinations of numbers and everything there, you can understand why obviously
Yeah, no, it's...
we have a growing concern.
It's weird.
And of course your picture is attached to it,
Yeah.
right? Which is even more like either someone's,
Can I ask what... You said you got nude ones, too?
there were images that were shared, yes, that,
Can I ask... I know, I'm sure you got them here. Can I ask to see what they are?
you want to see the picture?
Yeah, so I can get an idea.
Do you have a reason not to?
How many niggas in there?
So,
That was
I
just
can
her.
actually have a clear shot of one. Yeah, so I did not
Okay, I understand.
print
Yeah.
out those
I'd like to have a
pictures.
lawyer, because this is kind of... I'm uncomfortable with this. This is weird. So...
Of course, like, you definitely
Over?
have the ability to do that, and of course, you know, this is completely voluntary. And so,
I just don't want to get caught up on something. I'm working this career. I don't want to get caught up on something.
I fully understand, yeah. So, you can, yes, 100% elect not to speak with us. You are not under arrest at this time.
Yeah, I understand.
Obviously, given the fact that we're here and the fact that we're speaking to you, I know that your bosses are going to want to speak with you afterwards. Yeah.
In this part, the interrogator has confirmed some details which are vital to the investigation. It was only after the discussion of the nudes that he finally decided not to share further. But another interrogator in the room, who was just observing, entered to ask 3 questions of her own.
I have a couple of questions, but
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
don't want to answer, or can I ask you the questions? Because you can choose to answer or not answer. So if I ask you a question, and you're like, I don't want to answer that,
Yeah,
you can
no,
tell me
I
that. One of my questions was, I think I missed it, but when was the last time that you had Snapchat? Because I know you said you deleted it, but I didn't hear when you deleted it.
I just deleted the app. I deleted that when I was in the academy.
In the academy.
Yeah.
When did you go to the academy?
It's like a little over a year ago.
A year ago,
Yeah.
so in 2019?
Yeah, right at the beginning of 2019, January.
Okay, and then, what years did you go to college at Grossmont?
2011 to about 2013,
Okay.
14.
Remember the numbers he had, bro. The numbers on the account. She's using the numbers to print the username.
And then, I just want to make sure that we all understand each other. When my partner says, a younger female, you
Yeah.
understand that we mean someone under the age of 18?
Yeah, that's obviously why you're here.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
I have a younger sister, yeah, she's 19 right now. 20, sorry.
Oh, okay. And then, my last question was, when she was asking you about the house and the decorations of your house. In any of your rooms in your house, do you have that new look where they have like the barn door, outer rail type
it's
thing?
over.
It's like a country, I don't know what you would call it. I see it a lot,
Yeah.
He gonna go home with, bro. After he does this thing, bro. As soon as he comes out and go home, that barn door is going down immediately. It's going down immediately, chat. Watch.
those DIY shows.
Yes.
Do you have those in
I
your
do have
house? Okay.
Here's what the 3 questions were confirming. Firstly,
Username.
he deleted the app, not the account, so
Yeah.
chances are that he could reinstall, use, and later delete it to look clean to his wife. After all, their schedules don't match, so he might reinstall it when she's not around.
Or
Secondly,
online.
the college years were confirmed just to set a timeline of activities. And the third question was just a clarification in case he later ends up denying what they meant. After these 3 questions, he chose to have a lawyer present and denied answering any more questions. By law, he was free to leave, but that was after he turned over everything to Johnny Law.
With the next step,
Dick-
however, I'm gonna go ahead and pull
Dick
some documents
head.
here, for you. So there are a few steps that we're gonna be taking after this. Again, you are not being detained by us or anything, but we are acting, on behalf of the court moving forward.
Okay.
Okay, so I will give you a chance to read through this. This is a search warrant that was granted this afternoon by a judge.
Okay.
The warrant does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you,
Okay.
as well as
good.
any mobile devices that might be in your possession or potentially in your locker. Do you have your personal phone with you here?
I do have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it inside your locker?
It's on my person right now.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and hand it to us, we definitely don't need to go in and grab it from you.
Okay.
But the search warrant does require that we take it from you.
Okay.
Okay. Additionally, it does allow us to have access to your
Nasty
vehicle.
bitch.
Okay.
Is your vehicle parked
Chat, if
here?
y'all niggas doing this,
It's parked
Let's
a
go
few
for your
blocks
pizza.
away.
Okay, do you remember exactly where you
It's
I
over
want
across
homie
from Cap's
I
Pizza
got
over
mad
there.
friends with
Caps Pizza?
daughters,
Yeah.
bro.
And is it like in a parking
It's in a parking lot.
lot?
I'm trying to
Okay,
do more,
is it like one of those paid parking lots?
Yeah.
Okay, so Caps
Really,
Pizza,
man.
put a note on that. So the warrant does allow for us to also process your vehicle.
You guys are gonna take my vehicle?
No, we're gonna process it here. After that, we will also have access to your locker. Are your vehicle keys inside your locker?
My vehicle keys are in my vehicle right now.
They're in your vehicle?
Yeah.
So you have a code?
I have a code.
Okay, would you mind sharing that code with us?
Am I allowed a lawyer say no to that?
Well, the warrant allows for us to have access to your vehicle.
Okay.
Did you know that you could get $50,000 to over $150,000 of investment capital at 0% interest rates to fund any business or investment?
Okay. Yeah, so you break it. Yeah,
50,000?
that's fine. Yeah, I'll give it up to you.
I'll jot it.
That's 3 SRTs, chat.
I don't even know the number. I know the
Now he's realized that there's no turning back, as the so-called anonymous tips turned into an investigation and finally turned into a search warrant for everything he owns. Literally everything.
Everything.
The officer was later put on desk duty for a couple of weeks until the investigation went its course.
Desk duty.
His DNA swabs and everything were collected, and then in came the shocking revelations.
Even
In the court case
poll.
of People versus Fleer, there were 4 victims between the ages of 12 and 14.
Oh my
but
God.
prosecutors allege Fleer
I understand you. Oh my God, bro. No creepy shit, but they even no chat, no riddle shit. Remember my friend, but they even hit puberty yet. Those is actual kids. If you're talking about a 17-year-old, okay, da. But the 12 to 14-year-old, that's a 7th grader, an 8th grader, bro. Those 8th grade kids. Those kids, they still watch Nickelodeon when they come home from school, eating freeze pops and shit. Those is kids, chat. You fucking nasty. You
contacted
nasty
more
bitch.
than 40 who described themselves as minors.
Minus.
The prosecutors read graphic letters of his encounters in the court. He even engaged in sex acts with a 14-year-old girl and contacted numerous other underage girls over so.
Fuck the 14-year-old, bro. Did you do the nasty with the 14-year-old? Bro.
Media with the aim of meeting up for sex. Count 6 said on or about April 8th that
Nasty,
Fleer
dog.
unlawfully participated in an act of oral copulation with a person under the age of 16. And counts 7 and 8 said Fleer lewdly committed a lascivious act upon the body of a child 14 or 15 years of age. Jalen
Nasty,
Fleer
dog.
pled guilty to 20 felony and misdemeanor charges and was
20
sentenced to
felony.
10 to 12 years in state prison with no probation. And he will have to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. What started as an investigation in 2021 led to the arrest of this madman in 2021. At the same time, we have to commend the efforts by the interrogator here, who was able to take out so much of the information from him voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
But even if he had refused to talk, the search warrant had already come through, so there was no point in hiding anything. However, considering that he was charged with 20 sex offenses, do you think that a 10 to 12-year sentence was enough? Well, make sure to tell us in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Marissa.
The video. You're not looking at this. That's the end of the video, chat. You know, man. Get out of here so I can see this on screen. But chat, that's the end of the video, chat, man. Read your Bible. Always read your Bible, man. You're a lifesaver, man. If y'all niggas got daughters and kids and little boys and little girls on your house and sisters, watch over them and make sure keep them offline. Cause niggas these days, they weird as hell. You just seen Gideon catch 2 predators in one day, bro. It's crazy out here, chat. But anyway, bro, be safe, you heard. I'm out.